Focus on two standards when assessing the threat. Number one is capacity, number two is intent. I sit down and think, when I write, I can smell the ink. I bow before the desert wall of the Sphinx. The ideas have come from God, even I'm stunned. 1,000 bars from the real iron lungs. This never been done before in history. Poet, laureate, infinity,
Check fighting like habitants of Nordic seas. Eye disease followed with pop rock and heart disease. Thor's hammer in my grammar rhymes designed not for glamour. You're stammering. North American, African, Mexican, Anglican, Buddhist, Hebrew. Anyone's welcome in our crew. Stay true and contract and spread this wordsmith flu. Vikings and faces flew. Spit by skin with loose screws. Enter the Atlantic with semantic sail through the Pacific. Keep all the predicates specific. Magnificent project, prolific hieroglyphics. Impact horrific, stereotyping scientific glitches and lost bitches. ABCs of trailer hitches. A truckload of talent with hip-hop niches. Verbalized knuckle pitches, enriching uncontrollable twitches. The brain starts to drop. We're getting filled with hip-hop.
Focus on two standards when assessing a threat. Number one is capacity, number two is intent. I sit down and think, when I write, I can smell the ink. I bow before the desert wall of the Sphinx. The ideas have come from God, even I'm stunned. 1,000 bars from the real iron lungs. This never been done before in history. Poet, laureate, infinity. It's the art of rhyming, I've mastered it certainly, surely. I celebrate capturing it from my taxidermy. From the streets of New Jersey to Germany to the jungles of Angola, where most of me poachers heard of me. The ice truck killer would be observing me perform surgery, ritual widow murder, searching for her urgently. But why? Coup de grace for the coup d'etat. In a man-made lodge, the moon rays replace God. At least from my interconnected, introspective perspective, the more pretentious, the more apprehensive the sentence. You are lazy. You wanna be the best? You crazy. The best trained every day of the week. With these lyrics, I consecrate the spirit. Whenever I spit it, concentrate, you can hear it. To observe the gods, my thoughts graduated to the stars, to infinity. Listen to the bars. Focus on two standards when assessing the threat. Number one is capacity, number two is intent. I sit down and think, when I write, I can smell the ink. I bow before the desert wall of the Sphinx. The ideas have come from God, even I'm stunned. 1,000 bars from the real iron lungs. This never been done before in history. Poet, laureate,
infinity, obscenity, protecting hip-hop trinity, taping up vicinities, a doctor of divinity, poet laureate through spit boss, bridging into communities, unity, immunity with equal opportunities. Puny is the man who discourages positive activities, reactivity, relativity, acting on forced negativity from malice, selectivity, resulting in attention deficit, hyperactivity, bipolar and autism, inflected by politicians worshiping prisms, commercialism and food supplies, affecting every single decision, lost wisdom, lost kingdoms, hurricanes, swollen veins, made a decision to overcompensate for my incisions with various divisions, organized revisions, collated in my brain like a beautiful stain. The power of my thoughts remains the same.
Focus on two standards when assessing the threat. Number one is capacity, number two is intent. I sit down and think, when I write, I can smell the ink. I bow before the desert wall of the Sphinx. The ideas have come from God, even I'm stunned. 1,000 bars from the real iron lungs. This has never been done before in history. Poet, laureate, infinity, easy. Who believe me if I said that it wasn't? The rhyme is a weapon. I busted the brotherhood, got me covered. Mentally top heavy, not many can rock with me. Hip hop could not bench me, so they plot to suspend me. I said nobody benefits, everyone perishes. I tell them this, they say here, it's time for your medicine. You will become acquainted with my cryptic language and my mystic manners. Rip, spit, bananas. Always remember the reptilian agenda. Always remember the reptilian agenda.
This channel is about hip hop. Nothing but hip hop. This channel was designed to attract and locate hip-hop heads of the highest regard from all over the world. This channel grows slow because finding the right people takes time. If you are watching this live video right now, it means you bleed and breathe hip-hop. We're glad you're here. You are why this channel exists. Now let's get the party started. Enjoy the show.
Holy shit.
Let's get it on.
Holy crap!
Happy New Year. We're glad you're here. It is a special night for many, many reasons. One of them is Lady Poetic. Let's all wish Lady Poetic a happy fucking birthday.
Happy fucking birthday, Lady Poetic.
Hey,
Lady
thank you.
Poetic is 28 years old.
Not a day older.
Just graduated university last week, actually. So we got her birthday set list provided by her herself. That's something that doesn't come up too often. But anyway, I'm glad to be back. I had a long vacation. I did a little solo show this morning, and it sounds good. Everything's good. We're right fucking back at it. To address anything before we get into the show, we have reached a milestone. Yes, there are super chats available. Feel free to super chat $10 to get a track, but it won't be till the end of the podcast, and that's if I'm not hammered. Because if I'm hammered, we're gonna do it tomorrow morning. Okay, that's how it is. If I'm too hammered, I'm not doing it. And it is Lady Poetic's birthday, and so I am planning on getting hammered. However, I was just at an all-inclusive resort, so my tolerance is pretty high right now. So I might not get hammered. We'll see. What's up with you? Still talk to Necro on Instagram? Yeah, I don't. Yeah, me and Necro, cool. I still talk to Necro. So anyway, guys, let's get right into it. This is Lady Poetic's birthday playlist. The first one was Rakim, I believe. It is called The Saga Begins. Let's start the evening right now. That's awesome. Thank you, Lady Poetic, for the playlist.
Let's go.
Here we go.
Let's start that again. My name is Conscience as well, Cat of Tales.
Here we go.
Ooh, I like that bass line.
The saga begins, my eyes is the photography lens. Properly push pens and show quality gems. The harvest be grim, but yo, maybe tomorrow we win. If we follow the trends and keep count of the dollars we spend. I want a mahogany bin, I want lottery in. I want property friends, plus my hobby is skins. If I get sloppy and sin, then my prophecy ends. But the gotta begin, watching my odyssey spin. In a place where war be, based on a true story. Territory was made for me to pursue glory. Blast alone, masses and zones have to be sown. Every capacity blown, I'm internationally known, yo. So all hail the honorable, microphone phenomenal, persona is unvulnerable. Trust me, son, I continue like a saga do, bringing you the drama to allow you that the chronicle was just begun.
Oh, Lady Poetic did it again. What's this, like 95 or something? 94?
97.
97? Some late Rakim.
My never-ending epic got the world spinning hectic. I quickly spread it to the whole city's infected. Suspense that I supply intensify. Then commences my daily events go by. You get involved in this paragraphologist, narrating novelist,
Paragraphologist.
sound marvelous. I'm the star in this, which means the author's authentic. Most definite, every episode's an epidemic. So when you research, check it. Here go the evidence. They represent with lyrical negligence for presidents. My science existed without the fiction. Every inscription is a special edition. So all hail the honorable.
I like that lyrical negligence.
Persona is invulnerable. Trust me, son, I continue like a saga do, bringing you the drama to allow you that the chronicle is just begun. The saga begins. Rockin', set it all. Yo, the saga begins. Still say a rhyme after the next one. The saga begins. Rockin', set it all. The saga begins. You know that I'm the solo winner. The legacy lives, let them see what the pedigree is. Mega thesis, blessing these kids with extra features. The depths are deepest, the deepest sea is. Telepathy increases, melody good speakers. Telekinesis, ideas appear as clearest. Pictures in movie theaters, lyrics you hear it. Devastating the way you hear it. So stay tuned for sequels, part 2s and more. So soon you and your peoples can bug rush the store. The names have changed, the game remain the same. How one came to reign on his claim to fame. No stopping this, I'm dropping this with hip hopping this. And when the topic gets topicless, then I'm writing the apocalypse. So all hail the honorable. Microphone phenomenal, persona is unbornable. Trust me, son, I continue like a saga do, bringing you the drama to allow you that the chronicle is just begun.
The saga begins. The soul controller. Rock him, set it all. Yo, the saga begins.
Damn, I got a lot of questions.
After the next one. The saga begins. The soul controller. Rock him, set it all. Yo, the saga begins. You know that I'm the solo with. Rock him, set it all. Rock him, set it all. Rock him, set it all.
So when was the 8-track invented? When did 8 tracks become available? Anybody know? I know the 4-track was back in like 87 or 88. Maybe a little before that.
I mean, 70s for sure, right?
Sorry?
70s for sure, right?
I thought the 4-track was more 70s.
Oh, I don't know. Then.
Was the 8-track that early?
Yeah.
It was that early? I'm just curious. The reason I'm
Oh,
asking...
well, maybe we might be talking different things. I mean, I'm thinking 8-track like the predecessor to the cassette tape.
That's what I'm
you're
thinking.
I'm talking like not
8-track recording.
I'm 8-track recording, but like digital, not analog, not reel to reel, but digital.
Oh yeah, that I don't know.
So I think that is the boundary that we're discovering here. Like I'm not used to hearing Rakim on that new school of a beat. You know what I mean? Like usually I hear him on more old school beats, and I loved it. The beat was great.
I don't know if I'd call it new school.
Well, no, but it's new school. But at the time that Rakim recorded, it was new school for him, is what I'm thinking. And I've never heard him on a beat. I don't really. I'm sure I have heard him on a beat that new. But usually it's like 80s to 92 type of beats. And I'm curious if if what the difference that I'm talking about between old school and new school was the invention of the digital 8-track. And not that's what I'm wondering, because like is Rakim still going? Is he not?
Yeah.
So I mean, like, fuck, I got to get more into some new Rakim, like brand spanking new Rakim. Oh, that's dope. I mean, 8-track released in 1964. My buddy Jeremy says 1964 for the 8-track.
Okay, so
Jesus
60s.
Christ. So
yeah, but you're thinking like the
what's the
digital
difference?
multi-track recorder though.
Yeah,
That's
I'm thinking
different.
yeah. I'm thinking that. I'm thinking like not reel to reel, not analog, but digital.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, it was fun to hear. It's something that if I heard that and I was just like sitting around, bumming around, listening to my computer, listening to music on the internet, if I heard that song, I'd go down a rabbit hole and fucking figure out a bunch from that album, and it would catch me. So that song caught me. I'm gonna give it a solid 9.4. Fucking real strong way to start the show. The song begins. Chuck, what are you saying?
I'm gonna give that a solid 8. I really appreciated how sparse it was, and the focus was really on the lyrics. And they were dope. I actually was not particularly fond of the beat. I think parts of it were good, but it kind of, I don't know, it grinded on me after a while. But just overall, that was a very cool track with, the highlight really being the lyrics. And I appreciated that there were, 3 solid verses on there.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
Yeah, that was nice.
Real traditional
solid 8.
format. Yeah, solid 8. Lady Poetic, the birthday girl. There's everybody in the chat saying happy birthday to you.
Hey,
What do you
cheers,
say?
thanks.
Why'd you make this the first track, first of all?
Great question. So I had to have some Rakim on here. He's one of the greatest MCs of all time. So naturally, he had to come on tonight's show. But where do you start? Where do you start with Rakim? Was I going to go more of the Eric B. Rakim route, more old school, or something from Rakim solo music? So I decided to start with the 18th letter. That made the most sense to me. So I feel like this dropped around 97, which is just a great era in hip hop. Just 95, 96, 97, it really evolved. So lyrics wise and beat wise, this is probably one of my favorite tracks from that album. So that's why I chose this one in particular. So
right on.
There
Chuck,
you
what are you
go.
saying?
I gave it a solid 8.
Sorry, my headphone jack came out. That was a big fucking clusterfuck I just had to deal with.
That's okay.
Didn't really hear Lady Poetic's answer to my question, but I'll deal with it. I'll figure it out. I'll listen to it tomorrow. Fuck this damn headphone. I'm rusty, guys. So everybody in the chat says yes, that is going on the list. I put 2 polls up by accident. I am definitely rusty. My bad. We'll get to it on the next one. Next one we got, guys, is MC8. You know what? Ignacio's going to be here soon, Lady Poetic. And Ignacio was telling me today, he's like, you know what? Me and Lady Poetic have very similar roots in hip hop, which I thought was kind of cool. Because everybody, I don't have roots like you guys do, right? But you and Ignacio were listening to hip hop in the 90s. I wasn't, right? I was listening to punk rock like the whole way. So you guys have the same roots to the same discovery. I have it. It's like post-mortem. It's like you guys have the birth and I didn't have that. I'm just like the adopted weird stepchild, you know? MC8.
Yeah. I didn't have any friends that listened to it. And
I did, and that's why I'm so stupid, because I did have friends that knew everything, like my buddy Jeff knew everything.
I had a bunch of friends that were really into music, but none that were into hip hop at all. So I kind of discovered my own journey there.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of like me with punk rock when I was like 11, 12, 13.
Yeah, because I was in my early 20s. So
right, yeah, dude, I was in my mid 30s for Christ's sakes. Let's get into MC8 Straight Up Menace. Let's do it.
Nice.
Wake your punk ass up for the 93 shot. MC8's in the motherfucking house. Gia.
Oh, that soul piano opening
thing, y'all. And we ain't nothing but niggas on the run. And this goes out to
it's
my
a duality going on right now.
Yeah. A fucked up childhood is what the way I am. It's got me in the state where I don't give a damn. Somebody help me, but nah, they don't hear me though. I guess I'll be another victim of the ghetto. Ain't no escaping cause I'm way too young. Pops is dealing, and on top of that got mom sprung, scheming off the top. Pops never figured that he go down by the hands of another nigga. Now my pops is gone and that ain't no good. Got to follow in the footsteps of the homies from the hood. And was the role model. Niggas putting poop in my fucking baby bottle. Damn, and through all the motherfucking pain, they done drove my mom's insane. So I guess I gotta do work, so I ain't finished. I grow up to be a straight up menace. Chia. Come on, y'all.
Menace to society, eh?
Straight up menace. Now I'm up 8, living in the projects, getting paid off the clerks and the county checks. I'm telling you, fresh out of high school, never did I wonder that the motherfucking hood would take me under. Gee, I'm kicking it with the homies and they got the straps off to the corner store owned by the fucking. See a bitch in the right lane, so I comes with the Mac. Astro Band pulls a motherfucking jack from the back. Now we got the strap to my homie's head, saying play this shit cool and don't be a fool. He shot my nigga in the fucking head.
Jesus
I
Christ.
caught one in the shoulder. If I didn't run, I was dead. Now I'm laying in the hospital bed, thinking about them punk motherfuckers, and my eyes is bloodshot red. Chia motherfuckers, I ain't finished. Be on the lookout for the straight up menace. Chia.
This is played in the credits of Menace to Society. Kato of Nine Tails, Cat of Nine Tails.
Straight up menace.
On Instagram.
Damn.
The username is Cat of Nine Tails.
I'm in too deep. I done killed the motherfucker and I just can't sleep. One time's trying to do a smooth creep, and on top of that, niggas after me for fucking one of they hood rats. I ain't got time for the fucking bitch's story. Niggas want me, gotta come to my territory. And ain't no you can get the fist. Niggas come and they get done on their own risk. What is it all about? Should I leave or should I stay? Cause I don't wanna punk out. Or what should I do? The homies say the hood's where it's good. Homeboy, I thought you knew. So in the process to show the hood my best. No time to react, caught 2 in the chest.
Jesus.
Now look who's down, I guess I'm finished. I go out like a straight up menace.
Jesus.
Come on, y'all.
I like how we put soul into a mixture of living in the hood and dying in the hood. You know, like what a duality they displayed. Like such a chill, like kind of soulful. You'd think he's gonna sing about love or like fucking, you know, his wife or something. You know, he's singing about fucking dying in the hood. That's insane. Not really my style of hip hop that I generally dig up or listen to, but I mean, fuck, it's entertaining as hell, and I loved it. So I'm gonna give it a solid 8. MC8, savage storytelling. I mean, like, but it's done in such a laid back fashion too. That's what I'm envious about, is how effortless it is for him to do that. And he kind of had like, I mean, if this, like, I know Devin the Dude is typically funny, but he had that kind of like don't give a fuck type of vibe to his flow, like where he's so just like, this is easy for me, you know. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a solid 8. What do you say, Chuck?
I'm gonna go with a respectable 7. I appreciate what he did. Storytelling was really dope. Beat choice was, was top notch. The delivery on his cadence just really didn't hit for me. It wasn't the laid back style. It was, I think, just the way he kind of just hit those pauses on every single syllable, and I don't know, just the delivery just didn't really hit for me. But really solid storytelling, and I appreciate that quite a bit. That
goes a long way with Chuck.
It does, and the beat was fire. That was great. And I was saying a soulful piano, but I almost, like, as it went on, and especially near the end, I almost want to say that's more of a blues piano.
Blues.
But yeah, just it was a dope track. The cadence and delivery just didn't really hit for me. So, but overall, I appreciate what it was. I'm gonna go 7.5. So
7.5. Lady Poetic, tell us about this. Why'd you pick this song?
Right on. So I wanted to pick my favorite hip hop beat of all time. And I was down to 3, and this one beat the other 2, which were Shook Ones Part 2 and Quiet Storm. But this is how I learned to freestyle, was this instrumental of this beat.
Nice.
So it's symbolic in that way. But the storytelling, I mean, 93, Menace to Society soundtrack, the whole soundtrack is dope, you know, but this song in particular, you know, it's just, it's really fundamental. It's fundamental.
Do you have any idea who organized the soundtrack for Menace to Society?
Not off the top of my head.
Man, that guy's dope.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so what are you giving it? You can rate your own. Of course you can.
Sure. I'll give this an 8.5.
8.5.
Sure.
And 67% in the crowd say yes, that is going on the playlist. Ignacio is coming soon. Ignacio, we are 2 tracks down.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah, he's coming. We got
coming late to the party.
I've been hearing that for
2 tracks now. He's a soccer coach. Now we got some Outkast from Eiht, and this is a good one. This is the title track of that album.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is a fun one.
I have it. I have heard it. I'll see if I recognize it.
It was Outkast, I think, kind of before they made the pop fusion turn.
Old National got the skanks. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Check it. Well, it's the M.I. cricket letter. Ain't no one better. And when I'm on the microphone, you best to wear your sweater, cause I'm cooler than the polar bear's toenails. Oh, hell, there he go again. Talking that shit. Bend corners like I was a curve. I struck a nerve. And now you about to see the southern player serve. I heard it's not where you from, but where you pay rent. Then I heard it's not what you make, but how much you spend. You got me bent like elbows, amongst other things, but I'm not worried. Cause when we set up in the party, like I'm out, you scurry. So go get your fucking shine box and your sack of nickels. It tickles to see you try to be like Mr. Pickles. Daddy Fat Sacks, B-I-G-B-O-I is that same motherfucker that told them numbers to your heart. And I try to warn you not to trust, but you don't listen. Giving a shout out to my Uncle Donnell, locked up in prison. Now throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. And if you like fish and grits and all that pimp shit, everybody let me hear you say, oh yeah, girl. Now throw your hands in the air and grits and all that pimp shit. Everybody let me hear you say, oh yeah, girl.
Now, my oral illustration be like clitoral stimulation to the female gender. Ain't nothing better, let me know when it's wet enough to enter. If not, I wait because the future of the world depends on if or if not the child we raise gon' have that nigga syndrome. Or will it know to beat the odds regardless of its skin tone? Or will it feel that if in tune it just might get picked on? Or will it give a fuck about what others say and get on? The alienators cause we different, keep your hand to the sky. Like sounds of blackness when I practice what I preach and don't lie. I be the baker and the maker of the piece of my pie. Now breaker, tenfold, can I get some reply? Now everybody say,
throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. And if you like fish and grits and all that pimp shit, everybody let me hear you say, oh yeah, girl. Now throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. And if you like fish and grits and all that pimp shit, everybody let me hear you say, oh yeah, girl.
Every day I sit while my nigga be in school, thinking about the second album at the dungeon, shooting pool like ES to the PN, cause we just to the B in the zone. Honey, I'm home, but I'm not married, carried a lot of problems around, being frustrated. And now I'm sitting at the end of the month, I just made it like you made the B team. And like your daddy's wife, you making a coffee. You heard the ATL, and so back the hell up off.
Shh, softly, as if I play piano in the dark. Found a way to channel my anger, not to involve. The world's a stage and everybody got to play their part. God works in mysterious ways, so when he starts the job of speaking through us, we be so sincere with this here. No drugs or alcohol, so I can get the signal clear as day. Put my Glock away, I got a stronger weapon that never runs out of ammunition, so I'm ready for war, okay?
Throw your hands in the air.
Big boy's in the middle, right?
Like you just don't care. And
Andre,
back
big
and
boy,
forth.
Andre. Big boy back and forth.
and all that pimp shit. Everybody let me hear you say, oh yeah, girl. Now throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. And if you like fish and grits and all that pimp shit, everybody let me hear you say, oh yeah, girl.
And this is a live band, a real band. For the most part.
I don't know if I can say that for sure.
It doesn't sound like it, but it could be. I don't know.
The bass line sounds like it.
This
I'm sure
beat
it's
is made of
loops.
samples though. There's at least one sample on this beat though.
Okay. Well, it's fucking dope. It has a real like. How do I explain this? It's like it doesn't seem digital. It seems live. It seems like acoustic almost. Like it seems like no effects. Like this is raw instrument. It just seems very raw and real, and like it sounds very unique. I'm trying to figure out what the sound is that I'm hearing, but it's very natural. It's very cohesive. It's very like musical as opposed to rocket. You know, like it's more like the difference between a symphony and a jazz show, right? One's more formal, one's more like artistic. This seems more artistic than hip hop, is what I'm trying to say. It seems like they got a whole level of artisticness that doesn't exist in the mainstream of hip hop, in the big bulk of hip hop. They got their own little artistic angle, and Chuck's shaking his head. But I'm trying to explain a thought that I'm yet to develop, and it's just like they have something artistic about them that is very unique, and there's no way around that. There's no one doing it in any way like this. They're so original. I've never heard anything like it. Have you guys heard anything like it ever? Has anybody compared Outkast?
I mean, I've heard things like it, but it definitely has I will definitely agree on the unique artistic aspects of it. That you don't hear in a lot was hitting the radio airwaves at that time. I don't know who listens to the radio now, so I'm not going to say now, but but yeah, like it's I get what you're saying. I would not say different from hip hop. I would say a different lane of hip hop.
Yeah, different lane. And for that reason, because it's just I haven't heard it in so long, it hits in a different way, man. It doesn't make me rock out. It makes me like focus more. Like I'm not just getting lost in the beat and rocking my head like a fucking metalhead. I'm actually like introspective and like analyzing more. It really cues my brain into the music. It doesn't just like turn me into a drunken fool rocking out for the sake of rocking out. It makes me think, which is nice. So I'm gonna give it a 9.5 song of the night. I could listen to that and all day. That'd be great. What are you saying, Chuck?
I'm gonna go solid 8.5. I'm gonna give that a 9. That is really, really good on the ears to me.
Yeah.
I
Ear candy.
really, like I enjoy kind of having those more complex cadence and flows kind of changing frequently, but still fitting together really nicely and smoothly. And it was a very dynamic kind of flow, and kind of constantly evolving and changing that still just fit really well. And that's like, I don't know. It is enjoyable on my ears. Like, it feels good on my ears. Just like my brain likes to listen to it.
Do you think
It's
he does all
interesting.
those flow changes on purpose, or it's just naturally he's just a gifted writer?
I'm sure that's on purpose. Like, that's that's very much his kind of in his bag, in his wheelhouse, and part of what he does in his style. But it's these things are intentional. But it's dope. And 9, solid 9. I like listening to it. It feels good on my ears.
Right on. Lady Poetic, the birthday woman. What are you saying?
Hey, thanks. Outkast is probably my favorite hip hop duo of all time, and I'm glad that I got a chance to kind of grow with them or listen to them, as I grew up, from back in the day. I think this album is a masterpiece. AT-Aliens, this and Aquemini. I just think both albums are masterpieces, front to end. And I agree. This can't be less than a 9 for sure. I love the flow on here, the back and forth. That's why I chose this one. Just the flows from both of them on here are just incredible.
So I don't know them enough to separate. Big Boy was first, and
yes. And then Andre, then Big Boy, then Andre again. So
Okay,
Andre's
so I'm
verse was, softly as if I play piano in the dark. That was Andre's verse.
Right, that was Andre's verse. Okay.
Yeah. Great verse, right? I love that verse.
I need to learn more. Okay, solid 8 from you and 100. Sorry, what did you say? Solid 9. Sorry. Okay. 9 from you. 100% say yes in the chat. So that is going on the playlist. I'm surprised Ignacio isn't here yet.
Like I said, man, I believe it when I see it.
He's coming. He's been messaging me on Facebook. I think he's just getting... Where is he? He said, damn, you're a good chunk in already. Yeah, man, we're 3 tracks in. Next one we got is Scarface. And tell me about Scarface, Lady Poetic.
Chicago-based rapper. Again, one of the dopest MCs of all time, for sure. And this is from the album Untouchable.
Okay.
I think this dropped maybe like 96, 97 as well.
Okay.
But yeah, originally from the group Ghetto Boys and then solo efforts. Since then, I think, okay, Scarface did one of those tiny desk concerts for NPR not too long ago.
I love those shows.
Amazing. Yeah. And he
was
did
it a
this
real
song.
Acoustic beat too, or was it like kind of?
He was playing the guitar.
Yeah, I saw it. It was. I watched it. That was really cool.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So definitely check that out.
All right. Well, this one's called Mary Jane. Let's listen to some weed songs. Let's do it right now.
I don't really remember feeling like
It's
this.
that low note coming in.
Got this love formed in my life. And indeed of the form of life. That's a shame how a man can fall in love with dreams. Not afraid to let you up and leave it. Do your thing, very happiness with all my folks. For the days that they were lost and broke shit. Only right to stop and give for props. Came from the block of only finer crops. Do your thing, Mary Jane.
Not a weed song. Is it?
Oh yeah.
When the world starts to stress you out,
Yep.
what you do? Put a cancer stick off in your mouth. So the store, the fact remains is they were made. The government's been taxing that. Getting paid if it's taxable, it's cool to smoke. Kill it not, and the alcohol is killing folks. True or not? Other people
True.
try to make you bad, but you're not. When my situation's getting sad, I know I got a true friend in my time of need. All I need, you're natural, you come from seeds. I agree, makes me happy when I'm feeling pain. Once again, makes me happy just to hear your name. Do your name every day.
Is that a humming that sample?
Mary Jane, do your thing.
The beat? It almost sounds like a humming. Where he's
Might be a humming loops.
like, yeah. It sounds like a vocal.
When you sad,
There he is.
feeling strange. Need some company to keep you sane. Mary Jane, I love you, Mary Jane. All I need to get me through this thing. True the game. You ain't never made me smash my thing. Scratch the rain. Anything you've always kept me tame. And it's plain for me to see that you my everything. Mary Jane helps to ease the brain. When you hang, during seasons you ain't never changed. Stay the same. Never seen what people seen in speed. You became that's really everything we need. The thing, baby, true indeed. Do your thing, Mary Jane. Happy just to hear your name. Mary Jane, do your thing.
Peace out, Lethal. It was that woman who was humming, Chuck.
Well, she was too, but
So great track. Cool way to make a weed track. But I got something to say about weed. Okay, I smoked dope chronically since I was like 12, right?
Uh-huh.
And then I got sick. And as soon as I got the right medicine to cure my sickness, I stopped smoking weed for like a year. And then I faced my demons, you know? I faced my skeletons in my closet. Because every time when I was sick and I was healing, every time I smoked weed, I get paranoid. I think about all this bad shit that I've done, all the people that I fucked over in at work or whatever. I think of all the worst things I've done, and I couldn't stop doing it. So I'm like, I got to get off this shit. This isn't good for me.
good
And then
reason to.
and then I made amends with a lot of those relationships. So the real bad ones, I made amends with. I sought that out, and now that I have those skeletons in my closet and I'm medicated and I'm well, weed's my best friend again, and it just makes me feel good, you know. So it can be your worst enemy or your best friend, and that's kind of what the song is about. It's like, you know, it's too much. You can always relax with it until you can't, and once you can't, it's time to fucking do something else and take care of your business. Scarface Mary Jane, man, this guy loves his weed, and that is that is an awesome thing. He made a love song for his weed. I'm gonna give that a solid 9 or 10. I mean, I could listen to that all night. Ignacio, did you hear the whole song?
Oh, yeah, I've heard this song many.
But did you catch it
times.
right now so you could give it a rating that is actually not based on history?
I guess I caught enough of it, but it's 8.5. It's a great Scarface song. He's in like probably one of my top 7 MCs. One of my favorites coming out of Texas for sure.
Yeah, Texas.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought he was Chicago. I said Chicago earlier.
Houston. He's from Houston.
Thank you.
Houston.
Thank you.
Yeah. Houston, Texas. Yeah, so one of my favorites coming out of he was actually one of the reasons why I gravitated towards down south hip hop more.
Okay.
Was because of Scarface.
I'd say K Reno's my favorite to come out of Texas. But
I think they're just different. They're both solid in their lane. I wouldn't take anything away from either one of them. I think they're just different MCs.
Right. Oh yeah.
They kind of embody the South in their own way. Especially Texas.
Do you think
especially
together
Texas.
they encapsulate it together?
It's different.
They're pretty different. They're pretty different.
They're different. Yeah, they're different.
Yeah.
K Reno has a completely different style and flow than Scarface does. I think I tend to gravitate more towards Scarface's storytelling. But that again, taking nothing away from K Reno at all. You can't take away for nothing from that man. He's a genius. So yeah. So yeah, I mean, dope ass song, 8.5.
What are you saying, Chuck?
I'm gonna go with the
What is that noise? That popping noise?
Yeah, I don't know.
What is that?
I have no clue.
I was hearing it. Yeah, I was hearing it too.
Now it stopped. Anyway, go on, Chuck.
But I'm gonna go with the respectable 7. My biggest complaint with the track, I think on the mix, the vocals were just totally drowned out by the I would say not just the beat but the background vocals, and like there was a lot going on with the like everything surrounding the vocals, and and that could have been an artistic choice if you I mean like if you like kind of specifically in the context of it being a weed track, if you kind of personify kind of the mental headspace, and the lyrics are like something happening around you that you can't pay that too close of attention to, and then like the dominating like kind of beat and background vocals and everything being dominant is what's in your head that you're focused on. I could see that being kind of an analogy for
smoking dope.
Yeah. Yeah, so whether that was a choice or not, I think just the vocals being drowned out by let me rephrase that. The verse being drowned out by kind of everything else around it, audio wise, was problematic for me. So
respectable 7, Lady Poetic, tell us about the track. Why'd you choose it tonight?
Sure. I just think it's a really great homage track, and Scarface is super dope, probably top 10 for me. So I'm going to probably give it a 8.5 as well.
8.5?
Yeah.
Okay, the crowd has said 50%. So that means it does not go on the playlist.
Interest.
Does not. A Locksmith Jeremy is asking if there's any Bushwick Bill on our list. Not yet. You can put some on the list right now if you want to. Open up a second page and go to the beauty page and get posting. Scarface, Mary Jane. Next one we got, guys, is number 5. It is Mr. Cheeks featuring Stephen Marley. Is Stephen Marley another one of Bob Marley's kids?
Yep.
So there's Damian Marley and Stephen Marley. Is there more kids or what?
He's got like 9, 10, 11.
So he was peace and love, but he got the peace and love a lot. Yeah.
When he said no woman, no cry.
Yeah. Make him cry. Just love him. All love. Mr. Cheeks featuring Stephen Marley. Mama say. Let's do it.
Mama say.
Mr. Cheeks.
Of Lost Boys.
Lost Boys. Whoops.
Come on, tech guy.
And I see you passing by my way again. And I'm wondering if we can be good friends.
piece. Where you headed off to with that chip up on your shoulder? Let me help get that off you. Walking around like you lost and from out of town. Who got you down? Shit, you too hot to frown. I see you time to time whenever you creep through. You know my cousin D too. Yeah, that's my people. I always ask about you. I guess I spoke you up. I swear if you was trees, I roll light and smoke you up. And I'm not kidding with you. For real, a nigga dig it. When can we hang out? Spend some time, that's what I'm trying to figure. Live alone, got a style all your own. Cinnamon complexion, skin tone. I know you've been grown. The mouth is that you with a work for real, it got me hurting. Of course, a nigga flirting. Come from behind that curtain. I got some more deliveries, but yet I be back. And when I get back, I wanna see that. Matter of fact, give me that number, let me hit you on the horn. By the time I get back, you be gone. Yeah. I got that number from her, cause after work she outie. Headed back to the crib where she could live and get it cloudy. At 8 o'clock we meet up at that after work spot. If no one told you today, yo, that shirt is skirt high. You keep your nails painted, always got your hair done. Tonight's the night that me and you go out and share.
And I see you passing by my way again. And I'm wondering if we can be good friends. And I see you passing by my way again. And I'm wondering if we can be good friends. Got to get it. Mama said, mama said, mama said, mama said. And Papa said, Papa said, Papa said, Papa said. This is where you belong. Mama said, mama said, mama said, mama said. Like you said. And Papa said, Papa said, Papa said, Papa said.
Yeah, hey yo, we meet in front the jazz spot. She looking right as ever. Boots and master gloves, them gloves that match the leather. Smile when she see me, I guess I'm looking comfy. She grabbed my hand and walked in front of me, man, I think she want me. Got a table for two in the rear, cause over there you's allowed to throw something in the air. Music sounding good, we up about our chairs. I'm close up on them smells, we burning L's and bears. We had a few drinks, we ate a meal and all. This night in her cousin, for real I feel it all. She got me wide open, I guess she wide too. Cause she done told me anytime I wanna slide through, that I can slide through. I take you on that offer, I had to warn her, laughing dope a bit, I'm back up on her. Not tonight, but give me some time, I'ma bag you and make you my permanent rag.
And I see you passing by my way again. And I'm wondering if we can be good friends. And I see you passing by my way again. And I'm wondering if we can be good friends. Got you there. Mama said, mama said, mama said, mama said.
He really does got Bob Marley in his soul. You can feel that. Lady Poetic, I don't know. I never heard Mr. Cheeks. I don't know what he's all about. I'm not a big love song guy. Why don't you tell me about Mr. Cheeks? What's Mr. Cheeks all about?
Mr. Cheeks is of the Lost Boys,
Okay.
New York-based group, came out in early 90s. And he had a few solo efforts. I think this one came out in 2001, John P. Kelly album. And then Back Again came out in 2003. And then he's had a couple other albums since then.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is one of his solo efforts.
Okay, I don't know much about Lost Boys. I don't know much about Mr. Cheeks. The beat there was like it was kind of like when I first started listening to the beat, it was kind of awkward. I'm like, is there something out of tune there? Like, what's going on here? It's kind of like a weird riff. It's a really weird, which is almost kind of like it's kind of intricate. The riff is. It's kind of like all over the place. It's complicated. And so the beat grew on me as the song went. However, I'm not a big love song guy. You know, I'm not really into that. Stephen Marley, whoever impressed me, because like Damian Marley's got the reggae thing going on, 100%. And Stephen Marley has the Bob Marley rasp, the Bob Marley sound. I don't know if he's trying really hard to sound like his dad or if he naturally does, but it
He
did it
just
for
sounds
me.
like that.
Just sounds like that. That's awesome. Mama say I'm gonna give it a respectable 7. You know, like I could listen to it any time of the week, but I don't think I'd search it out. Ignacio, what do you say?
I don't know, man, because I couldn't really. I like Stephen Marley a lot. I actually really, really do. His solo stuff is amazing. He's got some great acoustic stuff that he does too. That's just freaking phenomenal. Not sure if I like Mr. Cheeks outside of Lost Boys. Not sure if his solo stuff is something I can rock with. I may have to hear some more from him and see what that. But for this one, I'll give it the respectable 7. It's just something about the beat. It just, I don't know. Took a minute to get into, and it just felt. It felt out of place a bit.
Yeah, it felt awkward.
A little bit.
Yeah. What are you saying, Chuck?
So, I actually really like. I wouldn't even call it the beat. I would say I really liked the music because it was much more than just.
Yeah, it was music. It was music. Yeah.
But I'm gonna say something that I think probably a lot of people might not like. But and it's not an always, but generally, I think storytelling when it's done first person as it happens, more often than not, doesn't sound good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like it sounds kind of awkward because you're like, I'm doing this and then I'm doing that, and then but it's like it doesn't flow well. It doesn't sound good. And I'm not going to say always, because sometimes it comes together right, but more often than not, it just doesn't sound good. It sounds kind of awkward, and that's kind of how this felt for me.
Right.
And it's that style of first person as it happens storytelling that just doesn't, in my opinion, which isn't worth fuck all. Just as a general matter, that doesn't work.
So what are you giving it?
I'm gonna say 7 because I really liked the music for the whole thing. Yeah.
7, Lady Poetic, tell us about the song. Why is it so special to you?
Because I would probably put this as my favorite hip hop ballad. If I were to do
it's a hip hop ballad, yeah. Okay.
I would put it as that, yes. And I think this whole song is a vibe.
It is a vibe.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And to be honest, I don't know that this track would have ever been picked otherwise for this show.
Now that you say that, like my first thought when it first came in, my first thought was this is interesting right after Scarface.
I know, right?
That was I was like, wow, this is
the eclectic
right
mind of Lady Poetic. Yeah.
I know. But this almost goes chronologically, like from like years of hip hop.
Oh, cool. That's
it
cool.
almost does. But yeah, because this is 01, so we're moving along here. But yeah, I'll give it an 8, and I won't say much more than that.
Solid 8.
Clarissa's not a fan, but
right?
When is she ever?
Right.
For you.
No, that's what she's here for. 100% say no.
Oh damn.
Yeah, 100%.
That's okay. I've had some.
I've had some too. I've had some fails.
I've had some fails.
We all do. That's part of the process.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I think in the right mood, I think in the right mood, I could really get into that track, Mr. Cheeks.
It's interesting though that you called it that you called it a hip hop ballad.
Ballad is a ballad. That's the way it's structured.
Okay.
All right.
If there can be a ballad in hip hop,
right?
There can be. There could be.
And there was right now.
Okay.
Okay.
I dig it. Rod Digga now. You got it. Coming up next is
You got it.
You got it. No, Rod Digga got it.
You got it.
A classic album, check the trending topics. Don't be getting out of pocket. I got a crazy team. First fool make a scene, then they may intervene. Gotta get the people what they want. I got that boom bap when you're feeling for the fever of the funk. Got soul like Parliament, an evil twin Harvey Dent. More offspring than Lil Wayne, fathering, growing intolerant. I say let them be. I ain't worrying about them, cause I'm already me. Already key, got my eyes on the prize. Got a little bit of G-Rack, a little bit of Nas. Soul like Dayline with True Goy and Pies. Make them drop to their knees Fridays at the mosque. When I rhyme, lots of oohs and ahs. Be the realest like Plies. Some would say I'm the realest alive.
I was gonna say you got a little bit of Nas.
That was dope.
Kinda gotta bring it.
Right?
I mean,
I got it. Oh, I've been spotted. You want it? You got it. You want it? I got it. You want it? I got it. You know I got it, got it. You know you wanna cop it. You know my rhymes fire. You all on my wire. You trying to soul seek it. It's what you crave, such a fave. Don't worry, cause they just a phase. I got soul like Mecca and a brother. One label fuck me over, won't ever let another. I got that P-Funk, George C. and James calling me. Need a rapper that got some brains. Got the key to the city of North. Got the key to a Porsche. MPA out feeding my horse. Breathe. Can't keep up with my thoughts. Still in the grind. Everybody wanna rhyme. They still want mine. I'm like that genie that went back in a bottle. Half model. Y'all hit bumps in a row. I run them over like a pothole. Or crunch them like a taco. Line after line. Everybody wanna rhyme. They still want mine. Oh, I've been spotted. You want it? You got it. You want it? I got it. You want it? I got it. Oh, I've been spotted. You want it?
Squad.
You got it. You want it?
Yeah, she roll with flip
I
mode.
got it. You want it? I got it. Just what you wanted. Yup, you got it. I don't gas niggas hit the road like a hybrid. I treat this as a hobby, a PSA. A look at here, 10 years, me and Shot Day. Now that's what you call soul. On down to the gristle. This B girl here be on her thug thistle. I got that once bitten, still use the word spitting in the verse. Only chick loud to use them words. Hip hop ain't dead. It took a long winter's nap, dipping out and in the trap. Contemplate when to snap, like day after day, tying up my lines. Everybody ask rhyme, they still want mine. Cause I be talking that sweet, that funky stuff. I know. See, they don't really use funk enough. And y'all called, I came just like Candy Man. Said the more things change, more they stay the same. Oh, I've been spotted.
That's dope.
You want it? You got it. You want it? I got it. You want it? I got it. Oh, I've been spotted. You want it? You got it. You want it? I got it. You want it? I got it. I got soul. You know I got it. You know I got it. Got it. This what you want it. I got soul. You know I got it. Got it. This what you want it. I got soul. You know I got it. Got it. This what you want it. I got soul.
Love the elements, love all the scratching, love the backup vocals as Chuck dipped out. Love the ad libs. It was a real produced, heavily produced track. It was a masterpiece. As far as the content goes, maybe not my favorite. I to be honest, I kind of got lost. I didn't really listen to what she was talking about because there was so much in the beat that I was listening to. So much in the backup, but there's so much to listen to. That needs a re-listen. The point that I'm saying, it needs a re-listen big time. I got lost in the beat, to be honest. I didn't give her vocals enough time of day. Just being honest, the beat had me though. The beat got me. When I was listening to the beat, when it first started, I was listening and I'm like, this is a solid 9.3, 9.4. And then I kind of got lost and forgot what I was doing. I'm just being honest. Forgot that I was even live, but maybe that's a good sign that like it took me away from reality for a little bit. Like that's how I'm looking at it. So like because it kind of like immersed me, I was like, oh, I'm Brendan Wilkie. That's kind of how it was for the track. So I'm gonna give it a solid 9 because it took me out of my body for a little second. Not sure why. Have to re-listen and find out. But that's how she goes when you're live. Ignacio, what are you saying?
Okay, see, I didn't really, I didn't like the verse portion of the beat. I preferred when the other section came in, with that kind of added more to the hook. Yeah, the dun, 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 dun. When the melody came in, that piece came in. If I felt the beat was more complete. When she was rapping, I understand she wanted the vocals to be predominant, but it felt empty. The beat felt empty at that portion, and it kind of took away from it for me. And to be honest, not the best I've heard Rod Digga spit. She can spit. She can spit. So I'll give this.
Chuck, you got a problem with your microphone or something that's coming in and out?
No, I had a hotel internet shit to bed.
I'm getting like an interference microphone noise. All
right, I'll try again. Sorry.
Okay, let's see if when he leaves, let's see if it still persists. Are we still getting that? Nope, we're not anymore. So it must have been Chuck's situation there. Lady Poetic, tell us about this track. Tell us why you picked it. Fucking A.
Yeah, I wanted to pick something from Rod Digga. I mean, that's really the long and short of it. Yeah, absolutely.
Would you say she's your favorite? She's your favorite female MC?
Top 5 female MCs for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, some of her off-label tracks and features, I did quite a bit. But as far as what's on her albums between Harriet and then Classic here, I like this one. Yeah, the beat's different. Yeah, I hear what Ignacio's saying. Yeah, just the change with the vocals. It's just like there's an omission. There's just some kind of omission going on there.
What do you think could have been done to really unify it?
Either had that portion at a lower volume or something different to replace it that blended well.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, that being said, I'll give this a solid 7.5.
Solid 7.5. Chuck, what are you saying?
I'm sitting this out. My hotel internet was kind of flaking in and out, so I kind of missed half of it. So I'm gonna pass.
Get a pass. Is Clarissa the only person watching right now? Like, there's 9 people watching.
No, Locksmith Jeremy's here.
I'm just surprised that we had 2 100%.
Oh my gosh, I'm watching on the wrong thing, y'all.
Oh,
I'm not even watching on Temple of Bars. Let me get over here.
I'm watching on both.
100% say no in the chat.
Okay.
And
Let that be the last one.
but that surprises me from that track that's 100% no.
Yeah.
Really? It does?
Yeah, it does. That was a good track, I thought. I lost myself stupid. Anyway.
Well, are you intoxicated, sir?
Not quite yet. Like I said, it's gonna. I probably won't tonight.
But you are at a level of intoxication, correct?
Maybe it's had maybe a 3 out of 10. maybe a little bit, but not really.
Maybe a 3.33333333.
Yeah, it's repeated. I think it's gonna be hard to get past a 5 tonight, to be honest.
I don't know. I don't know.
You're approximately pi intoxicated.
we only I'm pi 3.14 drunk.
High drunk.
Yeah, which is not drunk really. That's just kind of like
high tipsy.
Actually, you know what? I don't even have my. I lost my vape pen, so I haven't even been smoking weed the entire show. Unfortunately, I lost.
Why is that unfortunate?
Because I like smoking weed, dude. That's the only reason.
Smoke some weed then.
I can't in the house with my kid in the house. I would if I could. If I didn't have a kid, this place would be hotbox. That's for sure. But I got a kid. Rod Digga, you got it. Now we are getting into number 7. So this is I saw this in the track list, and not the song. There was the Road to Copenhagen that we listened to. So why don't Lady Poetic? Why don't you take a couple minutes and just like this is your song. This is the one you chose of all your songs. You chose this one for us to listen to on the show and potentially get critiqued. Why is it that you chose this one?
For 2 reasons. One, because I knew that you all would give me some honest feedback and not sugarcoat shit, and I would really appreciate that.
Okay.
And for 2, this song was really never released anywhere. You know, this was created around the time that we were all over each other's mixtapes, you know, CIF,
Right,
Spit
yeah,
Boss,
yeah.
you know, all of that.
Collabs.
Exactly. And Lazy gives me this beat, LB Productions, right?
Oh
So
yeah,
Lazy
I'm still
gives
in
me this
contact
beat.
with him.
Yeah, and he's like, lace this beat. This is going to go on the next mixtape or, you know, collaboration effort, whatever we all end up doing. We're going to put it on there. And it never really ended up getting put on anything. So
Right.
we never really actually released this to any
Right.
platform or did much with it. So
So this goes back to like 2010 area kind of thing.
or 11, maybe 12 at the latest, but not past that. So
And I always wondered, is it LB Productions or Pound Productions?
good. I think it's LB Productions, Lazy Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lazy Boy. Oh yeah, Lazy Boy and Spit Boss. That's right.
Right.
On the Road by Lady Poetic. Let's do it.
Thank you.
Do it.
Before this starts, Lazy, when I first signed up for Spit Boss and first got approved to be in the community, he's the first guy that gave me a beat.
Nice.
The first guy.
Nice.
Inspire me, inspire you.
From Nevada, Las Vegas. Lazy.
If we pick up all the pieces, can we find
Clarissa's still giving it out.
Yeah, that's really awesome, Clarissa.
It started with the bass. It started with the soul of essence coursing through my veins. Undeniably, I had it in my heart to make it, but something deep inside of me just wouldn't let me take it. A series of events unfolded. My path was unveiled with persistence as my right-hand man. It was time to set sail. I left restraints by the door and picked up my convictions. I packed my focus, stubborn nature plus a little diction. The convoluted webwork kept my intuition sharp. Had some resilience in my pocket just in case things fell apart. I left my heart in pieces, one less target for the practice of disincentives, taking shots suggestive of the malice. I entertained some hindrances every now and then, got distracted by the discourse a time or two again. Obstacles in my creation, timetables portrayed, voices raising contention, but I haven't lost my way. If we pick up all the pieces, can bring it back, bring it back. Can we find a way to make it there? If we pick up all the pieces, can bring it back, bring it back. Can we find a way to make it there? Every stumble magnified, every drawback finally detailed. The double takes and whispers gently suppressed by my travail. With scattered dreams and disordered thoughts, I wanted to untangle. Sun in the distance, as zephyrs blowing at an angle. Fragments of a not so long ago past re-annealing. Incessantly the memories would strip me of that feeling. Thematically I watch reintroducing every era. Blockades of charades played within an unjust era. The burden bearer bound by workings of an intricate mind. Trudging onward shadowless and without a sign. But by the weight of my knapsack, all the contents and the focus told me it was high time that I dropped a pound of hopeless. Shake off a few shreds of doubt and retie my sneakers. Close my eyes and visualize the bass bumping through the speakers. The rustle of the leaves beside my feet added to the beat. So I cleared my head and brushed away the dust of incomplete. If we pick up all the pieces, can bring it back, bring it back. Can we find a way to make it there? If we pick up all the pieces, can bring it back, bring it back. Can we find a way to make it there? I knew before I got going the journey would be long, but sometimes we gotta force ourselves to keeping on. Every now and then compulsion gets a little heavy till it trickles down my cheeks and reminds me that I'm ready. Driven by the calling, slightly blurred by the commitment. I shook off anything that barely bordered on sufficient. Consistent with the perseverance felt so incredible. Now the writings on the wall were no longer legible. I had it in my mind, there was no choice but to finish. It was in this moment that all my inadequacies diminished. All the qualms I conquered, every sleepless night I kept. For everything I gave up and for all that I have left. Release the sighs of anguish, slowly drawing a new breath. The road becomes more bearable with each devoted step. Each relentless second from the sentence I sustain brings me back and takes me there. By my name I shall remain. If we pick up all the pieces, can bring it back, bring it back. Can we find a way to make it there? If we pick up all the pieces, can bring it back, bring it back. Can we find a way to make it there? Bring it back, bring it back.
LP Productions. One thing I gotta say, Lady Poetic, well done. The era that we met each other in, it was kind of like, fuck you, this is me, take it or leave it. And because we all were doing that together, it made this beautiful, dysfunctional group of young adults trying to make it in the world. And correct me if I'm wrong, but like you were still in university when you wrote this,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
your road literally was just beginning. And since that, you've started a career and become a doctor and you've done all these great things. And the whole time that you've been doing that, you've been rapping. So for me, this is really enjoyable because it kind of affirmed what I thought about you, is that you were a hip hop junkie who's also really smart. Like, you know who you remind me of? You're like the female version of Reptilian.
Oh, really?
You really are. And like, as in like, Reptilian's PhD thesis was on the way that kung fu influences your life, essentially, like your psychology. Like his whole life was kung fu and hip hop. And it still is, and it still fucking is. And your whole life is hip hop and psychiatry. You know, like that. Your whole life is the mind. Your whole life is discovering your mind, reinforcing things that you think, expanding your mind, coming to deal with everything that your mind has set traps for you to fall into. You've learned how to deal with these things over these years of becoming a 26-year-old woman. Today it's her birthday, 26th birthday.
Yeah, thank you.
She's no, I think it was a beautiful tune. I think it was a great way for us, if we were listening, if you were listening to lyrics and having the same insight about you that I have and the experience of the last 15 years that I've had with you as a friend. It was really enjoyable to listen to because it just kind of reaffirmed everything that I thought about you to the beginning. It just shows me that you're an honest, transparent fucking person, and that's fucking relieving because that's few and far between these days. So thank you for
Thanks,
sharing
man.
that with you.
Appreciate that.
And that, by the way, that tempo, what is it, like 89, 92? For you, I'd say don't go above 95.
Yeah. You know, I like to rap fast, even though I can't do
I-
it that well.
I think you're best off in the 89 92 area. I think that's where you
Okay.
can shine, and your storytelling is develops the most strength in the words when you're at a lower BPM. Ignacio, what are you saying?
The beat for me wasn't in my lane. It wasn't something that I would gravitate towards. Question. On the hook, is that vibrato natural to your
Yeah.
voice? It is?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think I'm in D. I think I sing in D,
Okay.
which is interesting.
Because
I do everything in D.
I almost feel like
that's just
I almost feel like the vibrato kind of drowned out the tone a bit from what kind of drowned it. You didn't hit, I guess the note went a little flat because of the vibrato. If there was a little bit less vibrato, you probably would have stuck that note at the top. When you got to the top, I felt like that note kind of shook a bit. I love the storytelling aspect of the track itself. The beat wasn't something I gravitate towards, but all in all, I'll give it a 7.5.
7.5. Chuck, what are you saying?
Thanks.
Yeah, so I appreciated that. I did. I mean, obviously, given the context, it's somewhat unpolished. But I think there's probably potential for that track to sound very different with probably a good amount of time spent kind of
Mixing.
tinkering with the mix and levels and various things. But I think on Ignacio's point, the storytelling was great. And I also like that was a nice flow. You had a nice flow there.
That's what I'm talking. It's that tempo. It's that tempo.
That was nice. I feel like there was a few spots at the end where you kind of maybe lost the beat a little bit, but overall for most of the track, it was a really nice flow. And so, yeah, I think I just I enjoyed that. I think you know, the mix was probably pretty off, but you know, the storytelling on the lyrics and the flow were really nice in there. So yeah, and I think I'm not gonna give it a rating given just the context of it all, but I guess that's what I have to say about it. You know, and
you know what? Back then, shit wasn't mixed by professionals.
But it is nice. You
Appreciate
know,
that.
There's some good potential there.
Like we all mixed our own shit back then. This is like grassroots.
Yes.
Basically, when we first learned how to use our gear, and we found guys who made beats. I love it.
Well, no, it's funny because like you say that, and that's kind of what I thought listening to it. I was like, I bet this is what it would sound like if I tried to mix something, like, you know. And it's just, you know, like versus somebody who, you know, it's like they're a professional sound engineer and like that is their world and that's what they do,
right? And that's education.
Know? And it's just it's a different skill set, and
it's weird. It's weird to me too that well you most people would be like, nah, I did that when, nah, turn that off. I don't want to listen to that. Like I was, you know, I would rather hear something that I did now. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
you are like, you get lost in this nostalgia piece of it, and like, you. I'm saying you.
Oh, you're saying me.
Yes. No, I'm saying you, not me. You.
Yeah.
You get lost in this nostalgia piece of it where it's kind of weird that you like the unpolished, perfected stuff.
That's why my favorite rap is from 1988. You know, I like raw.
That doesn't have anything to do with it. It was pretty professional mixing going on in 1988, man.
I don't know, man, but it was just a simple beat. I like raw, uncut, dude. You know what I like, Ignacio? If hip hop can make me feel something, when I'm not just being an analytical fucking pundit, if it can make me feel something real and not just fabricated by my desire to sound cool, like that makes me fucking love it, because it brings my emotion into it. It brings my soul into it. It doesn't just make you like how many fucking songs have I said a little fucking 2-minute spiel after I listened to it? And it didn't mean shit. It was just me regurgitating the same old shit because it sounded like the same old song I've heard a fucking million times.
So,
Lady Poetic, I got history with Lady Poetic.
I
know what that song
yeah.
meant to her. You know, that's why I loved it.
Yeah, I will say that's something I can say on the specifics of the lyrics. It, you know, it did not sound like it was something that was just written to tell a story. It sounded like it was personal. You know,
it was personal.
And that, whether it was or not, that came through. So
yes, exactly, right. So 67% said it's on the playlist. So Lady Poetic, congratulations. You now have a song on the playlist.
Thank you. And thank you guys for critiquing it honestly. I really appreciate that.
Of course. Just throw a bad word or two.
That's how we grow, you know? Yeah. That's how we grow.
That's how we grow. Next, we got one that Ignacio is probably going to like. Master Ace and Marco Polo.
Clarissa thinks you need some swearing, so...
Let's get into one called Kings. Let's do it.
Kings.
Marco, it's crazy. Where them crowns at? From the VILLE, like MOP, where cats walk around like him and me, art of survival. Trying to calculate the heart of a rival. Understand like part of the Bible. This a revelation. They say niggas never learn, this an education. Since Malcolm and Martin, we've been marching for a better nation. Is this a big melting pot or was it separation? I'm breaking bread with the tribes, no reservations. Yo, we gotta make it as a federation. Are we living together or is it segregation? Jim Crow laws, him no flaws. I'm trying to run it up like 10 more scores. A chain of command, analyze the brain of a man that understands the shame and the pain of a fan. They can't comprehend all these songs he's hearing now, and can't understand what these dudes is wearing now. But think back when we was young, about the same age. Our parents, they looked at us in them same ways. We was playing DMC and
being fat boys. And they was saying to us, turn off that noise. Told us we gotta listen to some real music. Earth, Wind, and Fire, something you can feel music. From where I stand, it's like the view is panoramic. When my retirement is announced, the fans are panic. Cause that's one less soldier in the greatest fight. The love is heavy in my heart and the hate is light. But then every other summer, an up-and-comer thinks he can jump right in my shoes if he played this right. But these are my tumble size and my humble eyes. And this is no small feat for these mumble guys. Man, you know the drill like a cavity. Comprehend the gravity of my savagery. I'm so underrated, it's a travesty. Where's the praise and the raise in my salary? Got a wife, hell up a life to marry me. We dress to impress and get fresh like Barry B. Yo, you would think we on a date night. It's hard to get in, you won't believe what the wait's like. We trying to see what it tastes like, but it's hard to fit in, you won't believe what the hate's like. The game of life's full of crazy things. It's so intense, makes no sense like baby rings. Until the overweight lady sings, we leave you this body of work till they say we kings. Yeah. Till they say we kings.
I grew up to be a king for the city I rap. I grew up to be a king for the city I rap. I grew up to be a king. I grew up to be a king. I grew up to be a king. I grew up to be a king for the city I rap. I grew up to be a king for the city I rap.
So Marco Polo is a beat maker.
Producer.
Producer. And this is from an album called The Brooklyn Story.
Correct.
And there was a song on that album called Brooklyn, is there not?
Brooklyn Story, I thought.
Yeah, Brooklyn Story.
Because I'm having a flashback to hearing a song called Brooklyn by Marco Polo and Master Ace about a year ago.
Brooklyn Story, maybe.
Is the song called The Brooklyn Story the actual title track, or is it just called Brooklyn?
No, it's not just Brooklyn. I think it's Brooklyn Story.
Okay. Anyway, having a flashback. I mean, dynamic duo, dude. I mean, Marco Polo has sick beats. Marco Polo was a Spit Boss guy, I believe. Back in the day, was he not? Lady Poetic?
You know, that it rings a bell. It's just so familiar. So I don't know if it's one and the same.
I think Marco Polo was a Spit Boss guy. Like, I'm pretty sure.
That'd be cool.
I mean, I like the energy. I like Master Ace sounds good in his beats. His reverb on his voice sounds good with the beats. The beats are complicated. They're not simple. It's not just simple metronome 4/4 bar chunks. It's got a bit of development to the beat. Still though, not really my style of hip hop. You know, like it's just maybe I'm just too East Coast for this shit. Where's Master Ace from?
That's East Coast, bro. That's Brooklyn.
Coast?
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn Story. Oh, Brooklyn Story, of course. I don't know, dude. I don't like it. I can't help it. I don't really like it. I don't really like Master Ace. What can I do about it? I don't really like it. What do I do?
You give it another shot.
I'll give it another shot. I'm gonna give it a solid 7, respectable 7. I stopped listening, to be honest. Like
wow.
I don't think I really like I didn't give it the time of day. Whatever it was, it didn't engage me, it didn't hook me, it didn't snag me in. That could have been for many reasons. Who knows what my brain was doing at that moment while that song was playing. But not my favorite song of the night, that's for sure. I'm gonna give it a respectable 7. Sorry, didn't listen as well as I could have. Ignacio, what are you saying?
Not my favorite song on the album. That's a dope ass album. But I mean, I don't think there's a track that I skipped like when I was, from front to end, but not my favorite song on the album. Still kind of dope. I'll give it a 8.
Solid 8. Chuck, what are you saying?
Yeah, 8 for me. I liked that. I did. I liked that quite a bit. I'm noticing, I'm not going to say a theme, but a lot of the tracks on your playlist tonight have a significant musical element to the beat.
Yeah, okay.
That's more than just, a kind of produced beat. And
the last 3 songs especially.
And I appreciate that quite a bit. sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. For me, it worked in this.
I wish I would have fucking listened.
So yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8. I liked it.
But he's not intoxicated, ladies and gentlemen.
Nope, not yet. Not yet. Not even close. I'm only at 6.66, bro. Okay, Lady Poetic, tell us about the song. Why'd you pick it?
Sure. So for the longest time, I had the INC ride for my Master Ace pick. You know, I had something old school for my favorite album of his sitting on Chrome. But then really at the last minute, I decided to go with something more modern from him, just to showcase something from his more recent album.
Right.
So, and I do like this track quite a bit as far as the whole album goes, which is dope, by the way. But yeah, this is probably top 3 tracks of the album for me. I really like the beat. I like it lyrically. So yeah.
Ignacio's been trying to get me into Master Ace for years.
Hey, this is one of my favorite MCs of all time.
You haven't really heard Master Ace. Yeah, but you haven't really heard Master Ace in.
I've heard God Bodies. I've heard Brooklyn. I've heard fucking Master. I've heard him with DJ Premier. I've heard the song Nostalgia. I've heard Get Shot. That's quite a few to get started on.
Yeah, but when you admit you're not listening to an MC.
I wasn't listening. I wasn't listening. It did. Fucking, I take full responsibility. You know what? Rip on me, tear me up, call me names. It's fine with me. I'm not gonna bullshit. If I wasn't listening and I got stoned or drunk and I just kind of like dazed out, dude, that's maybe the music's problem, not mine. Let's think about that.
Well, I am down in the city this week. I'm actually not in Brooklyn this time. I usually end up staying in Brooklyn. So
you're in Manhattan?
No, actually, I'm up in Harlem. So
Harlem.
But wait,
nice.
Wait. There was another song. Here we go again. There was another song that totally made you zone out, but that was the best thing ever.
Way. Yeah, that was a good one.
What?
Dazing out, zoning out, totally different.
I mean, we can't start 2024 without a contradiction, right?
I got two things. Dazing out, and zoning out are two totally different things. And let's see you guys run a podcast while you're shit.
I'm sorry.
Let's just see you. Let's see you do it.
They are synonyms, and they are the same.
But dude, no, they're not. They're absolutely totally different, and the energy of it is totally different. If I'm losing attention, then it's a different thing than me zoning out because I'm fucking so zoned into the song. If I'm zoned into the song. Okay, so zoning in and zoning out.
You said zoning out, not zoning in.
I'm zoning in. I'm changing my diction. I'm changing the nomenclature.
Here we go.
So
contradiction.
You can zone in, which is good.
Dude,
zoning it.
I haven't been counting. I'm sure there's been
now
that already.
The problem is though is that zoning in and zoning out have the same effect. Is where you don't listen, but when you zone in, you feel it. And when you zone out, you're just gone. You're not paying attention or feeling it.
I beg to differ on that one.
Zoning in is feeling it. Is feeling. If I'm feeling it and not listening, if I'm just like becoming one with the track and becoming part of the music, well, just flying around like this. But zoning out, like, I wonder if I need groceries. Oh, do we need bread? I wonder if we're out of milk. Do we need any cereal? If I do that, the song sucks. But if I'm zoning in, I don't listen. It's like, wow, it caught me. Gotta listen to it again. Love the sound of it. Because, dude, sometimes for me, it's not even about the lyrics or the beat or anything. It's just about the energy. It's about the way my frequencies align with it. Sometimes it's not even about what they're saying or how good the producer mixed the beat or scratched. For me, it's just like, wow, what did it do to me chemically? How did it change my brain in that moment? How did it make me feel?
But without the beat, how can you feel that?
Because it's not a beat. It's a piece of music. It's more than just a beat. And more than just lyrics. It's the two of them together, which makes something fucking supernatural.
Same difference, music, beat, same shit. If you don't have that, how do you feel?
Because I'm a fucking being who has independent relations of chemical reactions in my brain going on. And if you can affect me in a way that I lose my train of thought and zone into something so much that I feel like I'm a part of it, well done. Maybe you're incapable of feeling that, but I turn into the music, bro.
What I'm saying is, I'm not denying your feelings. I'm not denying your feelings at all.
You're saying my feelings don't make sense.
Not at all. What I'm
totally
saying
you are.
is, What I'm saying is, no, I'm trying to make sense of your feelings for myself.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay. So what I'm confused on is for your brain stimuli to activate.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Either way, I don't know what's going on.
For your brain stimuli to activate, you're saying that the music is what activates the stimuli in your brain.
Not the music.
Okay.
Everything together as one.
Okay, that's a song. That's music, right?
Yeah, a song.
That's a song. Okay. Without the music, without the beat, how do you have that brain stimuli activate? When you're stating the music is what does it for you.
So when I'm listening to an acapella, still music. Still music if there's no beat. Still music.
I agree.
Yeah, like, so it doesn't matter if the beat's there. As long as it's melodic. Melodies set my brain on fire, bro. Melodies. It's all about the melodies. And melodies are complex.
Poetry does that for you.
Yeah, but you can consider rhyme pattern and flow melody. Like, it's all a melody.
Absolutely.
So I'd say like anything that's done in time, especially 4/4 timing. If you're gonna boil it down, it's 4/4 timing done. Like 4/4 timing done properly. I don't like this complicated 9/4, 6/4, 7/4, all the shit that Primus does. It's just awkward. I like boom.
Right.
So anything that does this it just depends on how it's organized, how you orchestrate that how you manifest that common theme of 4/4 timing. It's like that is how it happens. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be anything. It's infinite. It's infinite.
All right, let's go to the next track.
Lux with Jeremy boiled it down well.
What's that?
Lux with Jeremy boiled it down well.
Lux with Jeremy? What are you guys talking about?
In the chat, it's called being high.
Yes,
but he's not. He's not. He's not.
I haven't smoked weed in 3 hours. I'm not high.
I know, but that's the headspace you're used to.
Because no, dude, there's no way to figure it out. Like philosophers have go on.
I quit trying to make sense of your headspace a long time ago.
Yeah, you can't. It will just turn you mental. This one's from John Connor. It is To Whom It May Concern. Let's do it right now. We got Lady Poetic on John Connor from this show.
Yeah.
Can you tell I like piano on my beats?
Yeah, lots of piano. I like violin and piano.
Yeah. Let me turn this up.
And now I'm going to tell you what I know to be the 3 rules of show business. Number 1, look them in the eye and speak from the heart. Number 2, if someone asks you to keep a secret, their secret is a lie. And number 3, you gotta go away to come back. You got that? I hope you
gotta go away
I've
to
been here
come back.
before, years ago. I woke up, wasn't feeling no different though. Mama saw it, she told me come get the phone. It's exhibit, see that? Keep your ringer on. Wait, let's slow down cause you know that. So let's go back a little before that. To me feeling like I was a failure and stressing, depressing and trying to control that. Same time I was losing my people. We would dream about how big we would be though. In my basement ain't no explanation, ain't placing no blame, it was all of our ego. When Goodfellas turn to casino, when you see Goodfellas turn into Evo. Real niggas don't go into detail through music, we good long as we know that we know. I would think about how we would shut down these festivals, all of my soldiers, now all of that's over. And no matter how it went down, know what really happened, it fell on my shoulders. I was built for that. I think back to that time in Detroit where we almost got killed for that. Tattoo on our arm, you remember that? Now I wish I could get every minute back. My niggas was leaving, my bitch, she was cheating, but she had good reason. I'm juggling 3, she feel like she competing. I tell her I love her, but now she don't see it. Now girl number 1 calling girl number 2. She then got on her Twitter, decided to hit her. I walk up the stairs and she on the phone with her. She looking at me with the eyes of a killer. The fuck I'ma say I was beating a nigga. Now girl number 3 posting shit got the world in our business. I should've manned up a long time ago, but I fucked up cause I really got feelings for all of them. Ain't got no girl, they like fuck it, we outta here. Ain't got my niggas like fuck it, they outta here. I'm in the basement, I'm thinking about taking my life on this night. I'm like fuck it, I'm outta here.
I'm holding this picture of James, I don't know how it got in here. Thinking about little Jack, Papa just had a stroke almost out of air. I think Miss Warburton got in here, cause I heard her voice just to stop it. Here, gun in my head, now I'm thinking about Monty and how we got shot. Voices saying you gotta live. Hardy voices going through my head. Thinking about the bullshit I done did. Thinking back and thank God I ain't dead. Made amends with everything that happened, went to sleep that night and now we here. I've been here before, years ago. I woke up, wasn't feeling no different though. Mama saw it, she told me come get the phone. It's exhibit, see that, keep your ringer on. Yesterday I was just suicidal, now I'm on the plane, now I'm meeting my idol. Now I'm in his house out in Cali, just me, Mo and Savin. I just did the cipher, now Dre look excited, cause he need a writer. It's changing my life in one night, now I'm higher than I had aspired. Now I'm looking at Dr. Dre telling Jimmy I think I need to sign him. Round this time me and Sav was the closest, but other folks had ulterior motives. I'm so naive that I didn't even notice. These lawyers and shit got me losing my focus. These middlemen niggas want divide and conquer. Say them niggas with you don't care about Connor. Well, them niggas with me and sat with my mama when I ain't had shit. Want me to forget all about them? Well, that's gonna be a problem. I'm a product of loyalty. When you start from the bottom, you don't turn your back on your niggas, cause we made a promise, so I ain't do nothing without them. The more I'm in Cali, the less I'm around them. So communication breaking down around us. Dre was trying to give us an opportunity. He ain't no folks trying to sabotage us. They succeeded. Niggas happy like mission completed. By this time we all feeling defeated. Sav looking at me like if I'm really stopping your dream, I'm leaving. Now ain't nobody with me and Dre be so busy and Mo commentating. This ain't like the basement. Niggas around me don't want me to make it. I can't trust the smile on their faces. And y'all want an album as bad as I want it. We working on Compton and had to postpone it. Meanwhile I'm just trying to stay focused, but I'm letting snakes in the crib and I don't even know it. Cause look, half the city that stayed in my house, half the city that slept on my couch. Motherfuckers want the easy way out, then turn on you when they find out ain't the motherfucking thing that's easy about it. Oh, it gets ugly, now you don't fuck with me. Connor, let's talk about what you ain't done for me. What the fuck happened to all of the love from back when we were struggling? So what you want from me? Couple people got me for some money. I look back and that's okay with me. Pay for y'all to stay the fuck away from me. I've been here before, years ago. No matter what, I still love you more. And Sav, I still love you, boy. We know this industry shit, it's just how it go. Dre, I got memories with you that I take with me forever, believe that. Niggas say love, when I say it, just know that I mean that. So it's AVM till I'm gone. My nigga, we back. That old AVM shit. My nigga, we back. Say Blue City Club. My nigga, we back. That's where I've been. My nigga, we back. My nigga, we back. Yeah. That's where I've been. Yeah.
I mean, to whom it may concern, dude. Starting off talking about like the 3 women that he was dating at the same time, you know, like people coming over and sleeping on his couch, being there for all his friends when they had nobody, you know, like he really kind of like a no holds barred transparency display. Like, this is what I did. I fucked around on girls. I owe people money. I fucking was there for people at the same time. I was with them when they needed me and I was without them when they didn't need me. And he did a lot in his life up to this point in his life. And they're talking about, we're with Dre, you know, like Dre needs a songwriter. Like, think about the duality of that from like being a 19-year-old, you know, with nothing going for him, fucking around on women, and turning into being in a studio with Dre. That's quite the trip. And John Connor's done it. To whom it may concern, cool, like little transparent, acts like an expose track, kind of cool. It's good. Like if you wanted to like introduce someone to John Connor and like you know, like say this is John Connor, this is a good one to listen to really get to know him as an artist. That's what I like about the transparency. I'm gonna give that a 9.6 song of the night. Song of the night, everybody. That is my song of the night. Ignacio, what are you saying?
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right. It's a good track. That's what I was thinking. It's a good track to introduce somebody to John Connor and kind of see where he's been, what he's doing, and all that good stuff. You can definitely tell that Lady Poetic is going down the John Connor rabbit hole, because this is one of those tracks that when you become a fan, you're just like, oh, I got to hear more and more. And you kind of hear where he's been and his journey and all that kind of stuff. I think I'm going to give it a 7.75.
Right on.
Yeah. Chuck?
I'm gonna go 7.5. And I will, for once, I will. I'm actually going to agree with Clarissa here, but not in necessarily the bad way that I think she means it. You know, she said it's a generic flow. what's still impressive though is that he kept that flow the entire time through like such dense lyrics and verse. You know, and that's particularly noteworthy.
Well, fuck Clarissa.
You know?
Like, fuck her.
It was a good song. You know, definitely like, you know, did a good job of like kind of putting the elements together to kind of add gravitas and kind of as it lined up with the beat. It did feel formulaic in that regard though. But it was still good, you know. You know, and the storytelling was there. You know, it is unfortunate that a good portion of that is an often repeated story. And which in some sense is like, yeah, okay, I've heard this, but at the same time it's like, yeah, but like it's still a personal story for like way too many people, you know.
Why is that?
Like,
Why is that? You think?
Matt Nye vibes.
I can okay, yeah. I can give you that. So
I was talking to Matt and I recently. We're doing a show together. We're gonna review his new album together.
Nice.
Me and him.
But yeah, so I'm gonna give it a 7.5 just because even though I thought it was a good track, it did feel formulaic. But it was still a good track.
Okay.
And I enjoyed it.
Right on. Yeah, so yeah, you're absolutely right. I discovered John Connor through this show. I've been going down the rabbit hole with his music. I heard this beat, and I'm not gonna lie, when I heard the song for the first time, I was blown away. The beat, just that drop in the violin and then the pianos, it's intoxicating. This beat is I listened to it over and over again just to hear, you know, those melodic pieces of it. I agree with the flow. But also just some of the words that he's piecing together, you know, from an artist perspective, it's really hard to do what he did with this song in some pockets. So, yeah, I just thought that was really impressive. And pretty dope. One of the nicest tracks I've heard from him so far. So I'm going to give this one a 9.5. Definitely contender for Song of the Night.
A Song of the Night for me for sure.
Yeah.
So far. Now, 60% say no, and that's 5 votes. So...
Wild.
Even with my vote added in, it's still a no. It's still
I didn't vote on it, so
okay, but still, that's 5 votes, and that's 3 no, 2 yes. Hey, that's
It's
democracy here.
All
It's
right.
democracy here. Now we got some Canibus coming up, so I'm going to say Song of the Night before we even get into it. I know the song very well.
This is it.
This one is
Song
Polar
of the
Hit 2.
Century.
Song of the Century.
I don't understand how.
I guess I have to. Here we go.
My problem is having too much. And being unable to
Yo, why is the Ripper so ill? That would be an unpardonable breach of confidence for me to reveal. He said one of these days all eyes will be on me. When they look up in the sky and see the neon sea. Rhymes inscribed on a nickel disc encased in a glass with an ion beam for longevity for more than 10 centuries. Impressions and memories. The first time machine inventor will mention me. Canibus was a visionary indeed. He believed light could travel in multiples of C. The organic supercomputer that solved the mysteries. A Klein Calusa with 2 blue metric rulers. Like Cool J, but thought Stephen J. Gould was cooler. And he never liked to propagate rumors. Smoke Canary Island cigars. Like American luxury cars and beautiful Asian bras. He had a strong mind. He used to philosophize about rhymes while he was pruning his bonsais. He claimed that he had written the greatest rhyme of all time, but he would never take it out his archives. He wrote 2 songs per day and was constantly experimenting with his wordplay. In his youth, he did a report on the Sloan Digital Sky Survey. He got an F, but he deserved an A. I followed his career from the first day. It seemed the lack of support contributed to his inert ways. I seen him put in 24-hour work days with deferred pay, undeterred by the word shame. Public humiliation was the worst pain. He was spinning out of control like a class 5 hurricane. He said he wouldn't want another MC to suffer the same, especially when there's nothing to gain. He was the illest alive, but nobody would face it. He spit till his tongue was too torched to taste it. Privately funded corporations carbon dated his latest creations. To extract the information, they found it utterly amazing. They claimed the body of his work was the same thing as a priceless painting. Never mattered to him, the art galleries hated him. Cause Thomas Kincaid called him, said he would take 10 complete enigmas wrapped in puzzles, encrypted in language with sound but without shape or signature. Kept files in his garage on MS-DOS in a fireproof card. We thought it was hard. Outside there was a shed with an Oppenheimer lock. He apparently kept more wax
the Madame Tussauds. We were in total awe, cause it blew our minds. So many rhymes that were intricately designed. He was poet laureate of his time, and if you don't mind, I'd like to share some of his rhymes. Alone in my room, looking through the 32X telescope zoom, adjusting the focus of the moon. One should not assume the philosophy of David Hume is nothing more than a subjective conclusion. What is the maximum field rate application? The runaway glaciation surrounding the ocean basin affects the population fluctuation on a continuous basis, but that's just the basics. The juxtaposition of can I bust position, the precision of something no other has written, way above and beyond what was intended. The unparalleled, malleable enunciation of a sentence. You didn't go to college, obviously. I can tell by your ungodly, unintelligible terminology, a remarkable odyssey. The rhymes are modest speeds when the brain orders the body not to breathe. Your competency is not up to speed, you not in my league. You couldn't possibly be hotter than me, or oppositely at minus 25 degrees. You squeeze, but the condensation makes rifle barrels freeze. Allow me to speak figuratively, nigga, please. My intellectual properties about the size of Greece. Your counselor advised you not to speak. My counselor advised me to keep rhyming till they stop the beat. In the words of Joseph Heller, I learned how to write better, even though it sorta irked me. He said he didn't understand the process of the imagination, but he felt he was at its mercy, which exploits my point perfectly and certainly reinforces the reason why nobody's probably ever heard of me. Couldn't understand what I mean by ill, unless you try to translate what I print to film. This is the line and grill, the circle of time, the cycle of eternity, the emergence of one mind. Academic phonetics render critics tongue-tied, the personified dry humor of cum laude alumni. A wise man sees failure as progress, a fool divorces his knowledge and misses the logic and loses his soul in the process. Obsessed with nonsense with a caricature that has no content. My style is masterful, multilateral. I can battle a fool and be naturally cruel. Words of scorn on disastrous tool. From an existentialist view, I'm a better rapper than you. Grab the mic and rip the physical fabric in two. My attitude is fucked up and admirable. Different methods interpreted into different forms from entirely different perceptions and seen from different norms. Not just spitting the poem, there's much more involved. There's much more pieces of the puzzle for you to solve. 48 orders of mechanical laws, arrays of creational cause, enhance the cadence of my bars. Maybe I am self-absorbed, but that's the effect. To find a cause, you should ask my A&R. Today is what it is, but only because yesterday was what it was. Permitted, you've heard of Beelzebub, a tale of demons and drugs. Pissy drunk in the club with the DJ doing the needle rub. Chances are you never see me, son. Yeah, I know my name's Canibus, but I can't help you if you need a dub. I came to holler at some big booty bitches and listen to the speaker stomp. Where you get conceited from? I'm so nice on the mic, they wanna beat me up. It's deep as fuck. I ain't seen it all, but I seen enough. Really unbelievable stuff. There's a lot of times when I wanna speak, but I'm stuck. I should leave this rap shit alone and kick my incredible rhymes in the privacy of my own home. My imagination is my own. The liberty to speak freely, lyrically on the microphone. With a pen in my hand, I bring motion to the Enneagram and become Canon Millennium Man. Grave my back with the Emperor's stamp and spitting scientific rap since the 17th century began. Trying to escape the wicked empire, Def Jam, and the land where lyrics are bland and heretics hang. Every warrior has an axe to bury, but he has to learn to discern between enemy and adversary. I said to myself, Jermaine, this is insane. It's suicide, it's controlled flight into terrain. I fought to regain control of the plane, but went up in a ball of flames that got banned from the hip-hop hall of fame. For 2 bars I kept hearing in my head over and over again. It cost me everything. I'm convinced now that more than the truth is at stake. When people create language that pretends to communicate, euphemisms are misunderstood as mistakes, but it's a byproduct of the ghetto music we make. From an extroverted point of view, I think it's too late. Hip-hop has never been the same since 88. Since it became a lucrative profession, there's a misconception that the movement in any direction is progression, even though the potency of it lessens. Big money industries writing checks to suppress the question, and nobody gives a fuck no more. No one goes to the bookstore. Nobody. Influence of Moore's law, but I stay in the lab like Niels Bohr and the son of God, Edward Lawrence and Leo Szilard. Lyrically, I took rap music and turned the knob to the right full throttle and added panache. Why would I argue with my own conscience over the truth? That's like me telling myself, don't tell me what to do. Dialyses and analyses of bad MCs. Sometimes I say things I myself can't believe. My lyrical is so skillfully elliptical. I can understand how it makes you miserable. You wonder why I never let you play your beats with me, and why I keep my studio enshrouded in secrecy. You wonder what's my infatuation with Alicia Keys. Canibus, why don't you speak to me? Yo, I meant it when I said no one can shine on a song that features me. That's why I said it so vehemently. You need to replace the hate with respect. I'm probably the best yet. poet laureate.
Generally, I go with the giver,
I mean,
with what comes.
okay, just to say another story, not song of the night. I've listened to that song probably more times than any hip hop song in time. This is what got me into hip hop. Not hip hop, but rapping. This is what got me into when this came out. 2001, 2002, 3. That was right in the pocket where I was just like, where Reptilian was over at my house and saying, "You gotta listen to this guy Canibus." And this, if you listen the entire time, and you break down every bar, this is a manifest to Canibus's artistic realm. It really is. If you have the patience to listen to every bar, because yes, there's lots of cocky stuff, there's lots of hypothetical stuff, there's lots of mystical stuff, but this is how he feels. And this is why he does what he does, shrouded in secrecy. Still a very secretive guy. Like, I've known the guy for fucking 15 years, but it's still hard to get a hold of him. You know, like, it's still hard to actually have a one-on-one conversation with him. You got to go through this person, and this person, and this person, and this person. You know, he's a very secret guy. He's a very private guy for how open his rhymes are. I mean, it's a 9.5 for me. I gave a 9.6. On what was that? On that was way back with Outkast. Outkast is still my song of the night. I'm gonna keep it that way. But this is one of the ones that made me love Canibus, that maybe become a disciple. Like 100%. I love this track. Thank you for sharing with us, Lady Poetic. 9.5, not song of the night, but a close second. Ignacio, I already know it was too long for you, but what are you saying?
That's in a nutshell. It's just breathe, like chill, relax, get it.
Canibus has no chill.
Yeah, we get it.
We get it. Get it.
Yeah. I knew that's what you're gonna say.
It's voice, man. I can't do the voice. The tone of his voice, just I don't know. It's just his voice. I can't get in it. The same beat the whole 7 minutes and 20 seconds.
There was three changes in the beat.
Exactly. He did 3 different songs. Like that should have been.
So it's like
that should have been
money.
That should have been 3 different songs. That should have been 3 different songs. Yeah.
Or at least take a break in between them.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, breathe, dude. Like let people process. Let people process what you're saying.
But you have to understand, the rippers process it by multiple listens. That's how we uncode it.
Right, but see, that's the thing about it though. Like, it's got to make me want to listen to it again for me to want to go back and decipher some more of it. Right? Like, there's plenty of songs where I go back and listen to it again and again and again because I want to hear what he said and break this down. And I've done that for years. But it's got to make me want to do that. You know what I mean? So I will give it the respectable 7.
Respectable 7. Chuck, what are you saying?
I'm pretty much in Ignacio's camp here. So I will say, first I'll just say it's the same respectable 7 for me. To me, this fits in the same category as those 7 or 8 minute long like radio freestyles that we see, where it's just like continuous lyrics and nothing else, and it kind of, and like it doesn't necessarily all go together. Like, they're individually like bars and you can break them down and they're complex, but it's just like nonstop continuous, and it just doesn't
overwhelming.
It's just it's too much for a consumable track.
I hear you.
So,
solid 7. Lady Poetic, what are you saying?
I say that this is,
but to each their own.
yeah, absolutely. I think this is arguably one of the greatest hip hop songs of all time. This is a 10. I still get chills every time I listen to it.
Yeah. What do you think, Lady Poetic? What is the difference between us and them? Why does Canibus have this control over a select few people? What is it? Why don't they get it?
I don't know. That's what I've been trying to figure out. I'm listening.
I don't.
It's
Like
almost
over
unbelievable.
Like
It's almost
over how
unbelievable.
long I've known Ignacio, it's like, why doesn't he get why I like it? You know, like this is hip hop to me. Like this is what
This is like a
what
magnum opus, man. This is
yeah, no shit,
incredible.
fucking right. This is like the best. This is the best. This makes me want to write. Like
Sorry, I'm laughing at Clarissa.
after I'm done this, it makes me want to write. You know.
God damn.
And like 75% have said no in the chat. A lot of people don't fucking get it. And
No.
cannabis has been routinely squashed throughout his
You
career.
you are. I think you are conflating not getting it with just not liking it. Those are not the same. You can get it and not like it, but it seems like to you that's not possible. Like you can't.
Right.
You can't. Like if you
No,
get it,
you have to like it.
And
If you don't like it, if you don't like it, you're obviously not smart enough to understand it. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
I get it. I understand it.
Yeah, I do.
It's just not.
No, you
for
don't
me.
understand it because you don't know cannabis's history. Like you don't have this. No, you don't. No, hold on. You don't have this.
But you're talking to
hold on, no.
somebody. You're talking to somebody who was through the eras of hip hop. So yes, I seen and I didn't listen to cannabis because of other factors. But yes, I heard about cannabis. I did see the Source magazine articles and all these things. I did see it. I did.
But
see
you guys weren't rippers, and this is the thing. Cannabis is for the rippers, by the rippers. I'm a ripper. That's why I love it. Lady Poetic's a ripper. That's why we love it. You guys just aren't rippers, and that's okay. Agree, disagree. You guys never got bedazzled by his ability in the early 2010s where he was like the leader of a movement for underground hip hop. Like you guys weren't part of that. We were. So
But
we
see,
have a
that-
different
but see-
different sentimental value towards it.
Right, but there's MCs that I think are on that level that you
Absolutely.
may not.
Of course so. I fucking
Right?
hate
You know
half
what I
of No,
You know what I mean?
Totally. No, dude, well that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. You guys will never see what we see in cannabis, and I will never see what you see in who can we say? Eminem.
But
For
see, that's a misconception too, because I'm not one of those people that thinks that I
Yeah.
think Eminem is
I
good at his
fucking
craft.
hate Eminem.
But I'm not one of those Eminem like,
I fucking
oh
hate
my
him.
god, he's the greatest
Yeah.
rapper.
No, I fucking hate him.
There's many rappers I would
Yeah.
prefer to listen to.
Yeah, me too. And it's just to each their own, man. But then we find common ground on stuff like Basement and stuff like that we mentioned earlier this morning. Well, that's the beauty of hip hop. Lady Poetic, happy birthday.
Hey,
Happy
thanks,
birthday.
fellas. Thank you, fellas.
Nice.
It was a pleasure. Hopefully you enjoyed it. It is
Yeah.
actually Lady Poetic's birthday too, so like shout out to that. This is we're doing this regularly. Like, when's your birthday, Chuck? May?
April. Almost. It's April 29th. So.
So I think you're the next one, right? Because Ignacio, you're in May.
April 8th.
April. Oh shit, we got a bunch coming up. Okay, guys. Well, that was Lady Poetic's birthday playlist
I'm
made by
already
Lady
thinking
Poetic
about a
for the-
playlist, even though it's far out. Like it's.
So am I.
That's
So
what
am I.
happens.
So what's going on next week?
Next
Unique
week is unique.
championship.
We.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
Next
is it?
week is 7.4.
Unique's championship show.
Okay,
Unique-
and
okay,
then we resume
and then we get
regular
into
programming.
8.1.
8.1.
Okay. All right, sick. Well, guys, it was a pleasure. Join us next week, same time.
We
same
doing
place.
song of the night.
Oh yeah.
Oh, right, of course. Well, I'm going with what did I say earlier? Again,
Outkast, 18
right at
Aliens.
the start.
18 Aliens for me.
18 aliens. 18 aliens for me too.
I don't know. I think Lady Poetic's gonna win this because she picked them all.
I know, right?
I might get a song of the night.
Lady Poetic is Canibus.
Yeah.
Ignacio, what are you saying? Canibus, come on. Come on.
Outkast.
Okay.
Outkast takes it.
So sweet H aliens and Canibus. Let's
Well,
do it.
I guess we can let the people speak.
Yeah, we will. Let me.
Just know that whatever the count says, add 3 to Outkast.
Well, yeah. Well, are you guys not voting?
Oh my god.
H aliens. Oh, we got a Canibus vote there.
When I say
Oh.
Kenna, you say bus.
Bus, Kenna,
Bus,
Kenna,
Kenna, bus.
Fucking right. No one gets it. That's the worst part
What have I done?
about.
There's a difference in getting it and not liking it.
Right.
No, but you guys don't get it because you weren't a part of it. Seriously, you guys weren't a part of the movement. You guys weren't writing hip hop, interacting with other MCs throughout the entire world.
That's not true. I was writing hip hop and interacting with MCs. It may not have been no, and it doesn't matter. I was rapping and I was writing and I was interacting with MCs.
You weren't actively interacting on the internet, sharing songs and doing tracks with people.
I didn't have the internet, boy. You know how poor I was?
He did not have your specific lived experience.
Exactly.
That doesn't mean he doesn't get it. You just
right.
You don't get it. You never will. You never will. You're not meant to get it. So it's you're just not able to. I'm sorry.
Okay.
No, okay.
All right.
No, it is H aliens, guys. Of course, that is going on the list. But we did have some cannabis votes. Let's see how many. We had 1 cannabis vote, so there you go. Not bad. We got a cannabis fan. It was probably Landed Poetic, but it was a fantastic evening. It's kind of like Canibus is the Primus of hip hop. He's the one that barely anybody likes, but the ones who love him fucking love him or die hard, like being Landed Poetic. Thank you, guys. We'll see you next week. Same time, same place.
Cheers.
Peace out.
This channel is about hip-hop. Nothing but hip-hop. This channel was designed to attract and locate hip-hop heads of the highest regard from all over the world. This channel grows slow because finding the right people takes time. If you are watching this live video right now, it means you bleed and breathe hip-hop. We're glad you're here. You are why this channel exists. Now let's get the party started. Enjoy the show.